See a group of young people go to insane levels of depravity and madness to become the new viral sensation with a school project on the information superhighway in Where the Scary Things Are. Written and directed by B. Harrison Smith, this centers around a group of young people that get an idea from their teacher, Mr. Lewis, to create their own urban legend. He says, well, these urban legends are isolated incidents. They're not actually real. All this evidence is just, it's just eh. So entertain me, get A grades, and create a viral sensation. Just do some good shit, kids. Come on, go out there and do something. So these kids all hang out. There's a young lady named Ayla, played by Selma Vlachka. Hope I pronounced that right. She is like the leader of the group, and she's also the bitchiest of the group. But right below her is a character named Bran, who films bum fights. I don't know why we feel the need to pick on homeless people here. That's pretty goddamn cruel. But then again, maybe that's the whole point. We're supposed to establish that these kids are cruel because they're angsty and they're upset. We don't ever find out why they're upset, though. They go to this abandoned amusement park thing, or the amusement park deal that actually looks abandoned, but apparently opens for Halloween. We never actually see that happen. And they hang out there because they're all angsty and upset and everything. And there's one kid that's diabetic. There's another character with the name of Snack, because apparently we just looked at things and decided to name them with bad Scrabble spellings. And they are going to create their own urban legend. Well, they find something that could help them become viral sensations and get A grades, but it'll come at a fucking cost, because the line blurs between the project and what is really real. And everybody's got to figure out where their morals lie. Unfortunately, nobody in this group has morals, and unfortunately, nobody in this group has any character development. Yet, they'll have motivations like, I hate this person, they'll forget about this, and then they'll go back to it. And also, character arcs, as far as emotions, will just change, like at the drop of a hat. Like, it'll be like, oh, let's just drop it down. Oh, okay, now I need to act angry. Now this girl needs to act flirty. Now this guy needs to act interested. Now this guy doesn't need to act interested. Now we need to have a guy being creepy towards a younger girl. And now we just need to have the parents pop in and out to establish that, hey, you're really smart. You shouldn't be hanging out with these kids. This girl doesn't like you. You shouldn't like this girl. All this stuff just gets thrown in while we are given no reason to really care whether these characters live or die. Sure, you establish that they're douche nozzles. You don't care if they get killed. That's the whole thing about a horror movie. The thing is so many other movies have done this better. It's like if Stand By Me had less horror elements, if The Goonies didn't have a budget, and if the first part of it didn't have Pennywise or really any of the character ingenuity. I gave this movie a chance and ended up hating it, and indie horror is not a disqualifier. You can have an independent horror mindset. Hell, B. Harrison Smith, which sounds like a name way too fucking snooty to do a movie like this, did movies like Camp Dead and Death House and The Special, and he's also done a couple other movies. So, okay, you do you have fun. I'm not faulting that. Some directors have made their living doing horror movies, indie and otherwise. The thing is, though, is this movie's a bunch of ideas. The Human Centipede them together, but they have no characters. No characters at all. People just do things, and then we're just supposed to trust, oh yeah, this is actually where the motivations are supposed to go. I had to rewatch some of these scenes to make sure I didn't miss parts. I didn't just suddenly have, like, a blackout and didn't miss these characters. Just, why are they acting like this? What is going on? What is happening? And oh, they do find something that becomes all way too real. That'll come up in spoilers here in a little bit. But it's a mess, an amalgamation of, a couple ideas and nothing to back it up. And that's the unfortunate thing. It's 93 minutes of plotting where you just, at about halfway through, you just can't fucking wait for this shit to end. And also the characters that end up getting, that end up coming into, interacting with this group of people are fucking idiots. I know it's low budget. This apparently had a budget of $3 million. They couldn't afford any extras, though, because the high school or whatever, I mean, it almost looked like it should have been junior high. Nevertheless, it looked like it should have had about 3,000 students there, and I think maybe they showed 100. I get it. Some movies can't cast a bunch of extras. Sometimes you just want to focus on characters, but that only helps if you have characters. This movie didn't. This movie didn't at all, and I pretty much hated it. And I wanted to give it a chance, but it turned out to be one of the worst things I've seen this year. It is available for a few bucks on Amazon if you want to check it out, but I am going to get into spoilers here. So that's your warning right there. 3, 2, oh, am I going to spoil it? Yeah, I'm going to start spoiling. 3, 2, 1, and spoilers. Okay, so the urban legend deal, they create this character based off of this. They're going to create something based off of this one like pond-dwelling creature called Lockjaw, but they actually find something that they end up calling Crocamole. Do you get it? Do you get it? The creature doesn't look like it was even as good as the slime zombie in Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which came out in the mid-'80s. That can be forgiven, but this thing was shot literally like dark for dark to the point where I was like, okay, it sounds like a nice scene. I sure wish I could see it. The character of Ayla is just a raging bitch in every aspect of the word. I mean, she hates this one girl named Jenny because she's scared all the time he gets the same grades as her. And she also has to deal with her mom's creepy boyfriend. But she's also she also wants to become a viral sensation at any cost. The character of Brand just films bum fights. We don't know why. One guy's diabetic, okay. They make fun of the diabetic. And then the character of Snack seems like the only one that might have any redemption angle. And then there's other people in. Then there's a teacher. And then there's all these people that get killed because what happens? They find this monster. They tie it up, and they're going to film it. They torture it. Well, she does specifically, but then she teaches another guy to fucking shoot because she takes her mom's boyfriend's gun and shoots it, hits it with a bat, tortures this goddamn creature that might be a vicious killer, but it was just trying to do whatever, and also feasts on the blood of the living. And yeah, because the character Jenny is scared all the goddamn time, they have to find a worm her way in. They want to make this project as scary as possible. Where the scary things are is actually a podcast of some kind that debunks these found footage movies. That's literally where the title comes from. It's fucking stupid. And this amusement park is like 5 fucking buildings. There's the Field of Screams and everything. It looks like if Vincent Price's shit decided to put something together instead of like Vincent Price and House of Wax. Nevertheless, man, people that are longtime viewers are just gonna die laughing in the comments. So they this guy Brand films this goddamn stuff. He also pervs on Ayla. And because she's the only girl in the group, I mean, I guess I sort of get it, but I don't feel sorry for her. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for anybody in this goddamn thing. Ayla's just angry all the goddamn time, and we don't ever find out why. I mean, there's illusions, and none of these illusions justify her goddamn behavior. And everybody just keeps doing stupid shit. And eventually, they get Jenny's personal cell, the scared girl, and they bring her in. They get this one homeless guy that Brand lit the hat on fire of, and he ends up getting eaten by the creature because the creature feasts on the blood of the living and bites him on the neck and everything. And they don't become zombies or whatever because the movie couldn't fucking afford that, despite having a $3 million budget. For clarity, the 1978 Halloween movie had a budget of $350,000, which, granted, for inflation might actually be close to, if not over, $3 million. I can't quite remember the inflation. Never the fucking less. When you have a budget of $3 million, there was a movie called Shallow Ground that ended up being made for about $100,000, maybe $200,000. I forget the exact budget. And they managed to pull off something goddamn good. There are movies from the Asylum that cost $1 million that look better than this. It looks like shit. It's acted like shit. The characters are goddamn shit. And this movie has nothing good to offer. Again, there's an idea here that could work. But okay, let's just make every character goddamn douchey. She calls that girl Jenny. She brings Jenny there. Meanwhile, the character of Snack goes off and brings the teacher back a little bit later. Jenny ends up getting killed just for the mere fact she exists, and Ayla wants to be a goddamn raging bitch to everybody. She gets killed. The teacher ends up getting killed. Everybody separates because the creature ends up getting freed by this guy Snack. So everybody gets killed, except for one guy, which I believe is Snack. I stopped caring after a while because I don't care about any of these fucking people. The creature kills everybody, including Ayla, in a really, really stupid way. And then he apparently this Where the Scary Things Are video the podcast is being broadcast all over the goddamn country, and in speakers that happen to exist in the fucking sky because we hear voiceover stuff from it. And this is what's happening. Where the Scary Things Are is debunking these videos. Oh, this video is totally fake, this kind of stuff and whatever. And it's bad. It's really, really fucking bad. And if you want to watch it if you dare. Not watch if you dare. That movie was shit. F. It gets an F. One of the worst films of the year. Sorry, it had a good idea and horrible execution. The movie should have been executed, my personal opinion. One could argue it was, and then was still put out there and trying to drag its body across the finish line and failing to fucking do so. So yeah, F. Agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Whitland. I'll see you soon.